Mic check. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. If you ain't having technical difficulties, you ain't streaming. All right. That's not right either. That's not supposed to be the build camp. That's the build camp. There we go. Okay, I reiterate. If you ain't having issues, you ain't streaming. Is that where I usually have my face cam? I don't know. I think so. What's up, Kevin? How are you doing? All right. Devin's already redeemed a community Lego build. All right. You'll have to excuse me. I don't know if I'm getting over an illness or if I still have it, uh, which is why my voice is way different. Uh, Last week was rough. We'll put it at that, rough. No. All right. Working and lurking as you sweet. Hey Kevin, last night Army came in. He ended up purchasing railroads online, so now we have a third person to play with. All right, we're on step 19. uh, uh, uh. Yeah, I didn't stream last Monday because uh, we had our maintenance conference last week, and so Monday, uh, my buddy and I, uh, we were taking stuff down to the area where we were doing the conference and getting things set up, ready to go. I couldn't stream, and then Tuesday was the actual start of the conference. So, of course, let's see here. We added this piece, this one, and this one. So there's step 19. No, we're not. No, we're not listening. Uh, so Tuesday, I got up at 4, and I think we finally got to bed about 11:30 Tuesday night. Only to get up at 3 on Wednesday to start the barbecue. There was a barbecue competition, and my buddy and I were doing a couple of pork butts for it. So we got up at 3 to do that, and then him and I both we worked outside in the heat all day because we were doing a demonstration of our new. Uh, Hang on, there we go. Turn that down on my end. We were doing a demonstration of our new flood control system. Uh, because let me see if I can find it. I'll show you all this. Uh, I'm sure the video is out there somewhere. Uh, Here we go. Let me pull this up so y'all can see it real quick. And Rosie with this tier 1 subscription, and I saw Book did a tier 1 subscription as well. Thank you both for that. There we go. So this was this past April. We had a guy jet skiing and wakeboarding on our highway. So apparently he's a viral wakeboarder slash jet skier, and he got a lot of views off of this. But we purchased a flood control system called Tiger Dams, and if that happens, if the flooding happens again, we're going to go in there and make sure that we prevent flooding like that from happening, so that we don't have people doing stuff like that. Because technically, people were like, oh, he can get in trouble for it, because he's on the highway. Technically, according to the law, um, they were on the body of water that the water, exceeded its banks on. And because it did go onto the highway then became part of that body of water. And so technically they were still allowed to jet ski, wakeboard, stuff like that on it. So technically he wasn't in the wrong. It wasn't illegal for him to do. Was it unsafe? Most definitely. As you saw, he almost hit a couple signs, and that could have been bad for him. So, to prevent stuff like that from happening again, we bought this system. Well, at our maintenance conference, we were demonstrating the system and how easy it is to set up and all that other jazz. And we bought about a quarter-mile worth of tubes for this system, and we only brought 4 to demonstrate. And one tube is the equivalent of 1,500 sandbags, and we could get that tube set up and inflated with water in 20 minutes. Our sandbagger, you can make 1,000 sandbags an hour if you have a good team of 4 working it. But that's just making the sandbags. That's not even deploying the sandbag. So what it can do in an hour, we can set up 4,500 sandbags worth of these Tiger Dams. So we're hoping that some of our other districts will go and buy them, so that we can prevent flooding like this on our roadways. So while we're trying to smoke these 2 pork butts, we're also doing this demonstration. So we're having to go back and forth between our smoker area and where we're working. And it was 91 degrees with, I want to say it was like 60% humidity. And we were working out in the direct sun. It was horrible. We were both completely and totally exhausted. I think he passed out at like 7:30, and I woke him up because we still had work that had to be done. And then we both ended up crashing at like 9. So we were up from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesday. And then we got up at 5 on Thursday to start tearing down all the tiger dams that we had put out. And I mean, it about killed us, but we got it all taken care of, and it was a good conference. People really liked the tiger dams. We had a few people that we invited from around the state that weren't actually part of our organization, just to come out and see the tiger dams, because we know that they deal with a lot of flooding in their area. We're like, hey, you need to come out and check these out. Maybe you can convince your leadership to purchase them for your area. Uh, and they did, and they were really looking forward to seeing them and working with the guys. So it all turned out all right, but I ended up getting sick from it, so that's why I sound the way I sound. And it probably didn't help that I had my 25th high school reunion this past weekend too. There was a bunch of people there. Somebody there might have been sick as well, so who knows? But we're here now. I sound like crap. I probably look like crap, but we're gonna build this anyway. So, but thank you again, Rosie, for this sub. Morning and afternoon to you as well. And thank you again, Book, for your sub. 22 months. Woo. Where am I? Oh, we're over here. The hope is I can get through this today. I'm still not 100%. I mean, as you can tell by my voice and my hacking up a lung. If anything disgusting pops up, I will try to mute my mic and hide my camera. All right. Got our little helmet here. Apparently there was a Lego piece inside of it. There it is. So hopefully everybody had a good week last week, a good weekend this weekend. I sound like you today. 42 degrees. Shit. I wish it was 42 here. I think the high for today is like 85. Those. I saw you were playing Disney Dreamlight Valley last night. I think it was last night. High is 69. That's a good number. I was playing my Choo Choo game last night, and I saw you were playing that, and I thought about hopping over and playing mine. But then Kevin was like, "Yeah, we could play Railroads Online." So I was like, "Sweet, we're gonna play Railroads Online." I don't want to listen to a ex-boyfriend become a stalker. So how was your weekend, Rosie? Devin built the Lego Game Boy last week. Sweet. How was it? Aki time. H2O. H2O. Get all these pieces out quick. All right. I finished off the last batch of the Country Archer provisions. Now we're on to this bag. It is beef taco style. The other one was meat and cheese. Ooh, that smells delicious. Hmm. The build was enjoyable. Awesome. You went to a Mystic Fest and then hung out with a friend for a little while before coming. Sweet. We went to the Goat Festival on Saturday. Hmm. Oh, there it is. Woo. Woo. All right. No, a lot of seasoning. I've been into it and I was like, that's kind of disappointing. But then the more I chewed, the more seasoning came out. The more I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's beef taco. That's beef taco. That's a lot of seasoning. That is a lot of seasoning. I'll take another drink. Anyway, yeah, we went to the Goat Festival on Saturday. They had an all natural goat parade, and then they had a goat costume contest. Then they had another parade for the goats in costume. Then they had the goat lingerie show. Found a Lego advent calendar at Kohl's yesterday. I bought the Minecraft one for your boy. Sweet. I think we bought one like that for Bubba last year. Also, it's probably a year prior. I know we bought a Lego Minecraft one for him once. Out of my because they're little turds. Ugh. How in the world does that work? Oh, so I'm putting on the wrong daggum thing. That's why. Up here. Instead of put it down here on these, let's put it up here. What did you and Book say about the calendar? Sorry, was letting the dog out. We had purchased a little Minecraft cube looking kind of thing that you open up different portions of it every day, kind of like a little advent calendar. Bought that for Bubba last year or the year before, something like that. Going to Ranger Stop in November 14th through the 16th, Power Ranger Convention in Orlando. Oh, okay. I hope you enjoy Ranger Stop. Rising up to the challenge. Right. All right, get your quick balls ready. We've got Pokemon in my. Oh, there's Pokemon. For those playing the Pokemon's games. Looks like effective balls are the Phantom Ball and the Sun Ball. Excuse me. First came the BGs, then came the heebie jeebies. I forgot to turn off my thing on my phone. Apparently my camper cover developed a hole on top of the spare tire. Interesting. Check that out. But it's over the spare tire. Trying to keep that roof on my camper nice because that was expensive to get redone. Cost $500 to get that roof redone. And I'm also trying to protect the AC unit as well. So as long as those are still covered, all right. Spare tire, what's that? $200, maybe. I ain't as worried about a spare tire as I am that daggum roof. There we go. It's a slower song, but I like the song. Only fools rush in. And, I can't sing too much of it because then that'll still flag me on Twitch. Hey, I called it. I called it. Not rigged. At least not rigged for me. Mm. Did anybody else do anything fun this weekend? Sleep all weekend? Take my whole life. So of course, this is going to be the rear of the car. That seems to be the common theme with Lego cars. Uh, you always start out building the rear, then work your way to the front. And yes, that was a Elvis song, redone by Nine Inch Nails. Tell me the first time going down the fire pole. I've never gone down a fire pole. Um, for one, most fire departments now are um single story. Some that are still two-story, they don't use the fire poles anymore because they are a safety hazard. Uh, and usually the second story is mainly for the sleep quarters. So you're going to be downstairs a lot of the time in like the kitchen or the living areas when you get an alarm. The only time you really get an alarm at night and you need to use the fire pole would would be at night, and you're already in the sleeping quarters and stuff. But most places they still don't use them, and they don't even install them in new fire departments just because of the safety hazard. So I have never gone down a fire pole, and all of my firefighter experience has been on volunteer fire departments. So most of the time you're responding from your home anyway, and so you would drive to the fire department, hop out of your vehicle, jump in the fire truck, and then go. So you wouldn't even slide down a fire pole then either. Sorry, I don't have a story for the first time going down a fire pole because I've just never gone down one. Sorry about that. I'm gonna read. I'll tell you what though, since I didn't have a fire pole story, I can tell you about the first fire I went on. Uh, what happened was the contractor that was working at this location was doing some uh, HVAC repairs on the AC system. And I don't know why they had to do welding, but they ended up doing some welding. And I guess they didn't notice it or catch it or whatever. But the embers from their welding landed in a pile of dry leaves. and I guess it didn't immediately ignite. It just kind of sat there and smoldered. And they packed up all their stuff and drove away. And then, not long afterwards, we got a request for uh, our fire units to go out there and put out this house fire. And by the time we got there, it was fully engulfed. But we ended up dumping 10,000 gallons of water on it, put it out. A lot of people don't realize how much water goes into firefighting. I mean, it didn't seem like we were there that long to put 5,000 or 10,000 gallons onto this fire, but when you're pumping 150 gallons a minute and you're on a fire scene for 4 hours, that's a lot of water. Well, it's kind of interesting because I think I had joined the fire department like 3 days prior when this alarm went out. So of course I roll up and I mean it's just fully engulfed. So I don't even get to go in the fire because there's nothing to really save to go in for. Anything that, you know, we would rescue in a fire uh, would already be a total loss by the time we got there anyway. So it's just what we call a surround and drown. You just surround the structure with fire hoses, water cannons, and stuff like that. Just pump water on it until it's out. Yeah, back to the fire pole thing. A lot of firefighters, they would come flying down the pole and they would land wrong or whatever and sprain an ankle, and now they're no use to the department for whatever run they were fixing to go on because now they've got a sprained ankle. That's one of the reasons why they stopped using them. Sprained ankles, blown out knees, stuff like that. You probably need to do at least once, I think. Knowing my luck, I would sprain an ankle, blow out a knee, or something. Not worth it for me. Gummit. There we go. That sucker did not want to go in there. Sure. Oh, ta-da! Who knows by the pretty reckless. Get a high. Long way down below. Ta-da! All right, we got a wild whimsicott in chat. Effective balls are sun balls, fantasy balls, and fast balls. And balls. You don't own that ball, Devin. The premier ball, huh? Timer ball reminder. I called it. And the other side is now done. I'm going to flip it over. Flip it back over. These two pieces here. H2O. H2O. Yeah, you don't mean it. Drinking the wrong water. Thank you. Mm. I'd like to own a Lamborghini at least once in my life. Well, I know probably the only Lamborghini I'll ever own is a junker. I can't afford a one that's built unless I win the lottery. And I ain't gonna tell anybody if I won the lottery or not, but there will be signs. Nope, you're not what I'm looking for. I'm not one of them that's going to be flashing around that I won the lottery. But if you pay close attention, you'll know. I would say all my cars will be paid off, but they already are. And one of the first things I'll probably do is fix up this house and get it ready for sale. We can buy a nice plot of land away from everybody, their mom and dad and aunts and uncles and everything else. Live out in BFE, Arkansas. I'll even still go to work. This is weird that they're not electrical. Building one side of the car different than the other. Strange, very strange indeed. But I'm sure there's a method to their madness. Who wants their money for nothing? It ain't nothing free, that's for sure. We're not putting stickers on these? That's weird. Usually you put stickers on this part right here. Got to restore microwave oven, custom kitchen delivery, refrigerator. Microwave, custom kitchen. Pretty straight. Focus. Focus. Pretty straight. Oh, it clips into that little hole right there. Kind of interesting. I've seen that before. While we were at the festival, we also purchased a plant that's supposed to eat little fruit flies. I forgot to take the compost out one week, and a whole bunch of fruit flies in the house because of it. We went and bought this plant. Hopefully, it works. Oh, yeah. It's on my do not skip list. Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare. On the bus, pay your fare and tell the driver going. Well, get your balls ready. We got a Pokemon incoming. Hey now, come on. Downtown. Well, everybody's. We got a Knuckle Stack. Effective Ball's a Geo Ball. Already got the whole. That's okay, cause really, see. Sugar. All right, we got ads starting in about probably about 3 minutes or so, 2 or 3 minutes. It's one block of 3 minute worth of ads. We do it once per hour to minimize the disruption to our stream and to get rid of pre-rolls. That way, people that come in they can see me instead of an ad. If you have timer balls, get your timer balls ready, or throw your timer balls. If you have sub to my channel or if you have Turbo, of course you don't get ads. That's not a ploy to get you to subscribe though, because during the ads I don't build. I may gather resources and stuff for the next few steps, but I will not continue the build until after ads are over, so you won't miss anything. I can't guarantee that much with the games that I play, but at least with building the Legos, which is primarily what I do, you won't miss anything. Uh, Sometimes during the 3 minute break, I'll get up and I'll take care of myself, which I recommend that everybody does. Get up, use the restroom, maybe get a drink, get a snack, stretch your legs, something, because you've been sitting for an hour. You don't need to keep sitting. You need to get up, move, get the blood flowing. So practice some self-care. And then once the 3 minute ad block is over, we'll reconvene and continue the build. Prove it with the double Dutch, man. Don't forget your rope, because I know I'm going to see double Dutch. Nope. Lolita. Nope, not that one. Come on, where'd you go? I felt you. My double Dutch bus. And I caught it. Yay. Ads will be in 10 seconds ish. What we done so far? You good look, city boy? I know the ads are going to start real soon, so I'm not going to try and start a step. We'll just gather resources for the next couple of steps. There's the ads. Take this time to do some self-care. I'll be right back as well. Looks like we're back from ads. I came out from the restroom and Kitty was sitting there when we picked up, so I was like, okay. I picked her up and petted her a little bit. Oh, she didn't get spicy. She didn't want me to put her down. She grabbed a hold of my shirt so I couldn't put her down. So, took her into the living room where I opened up the front door so she could look out. She hopped up on the banister and I was like, ha ha, and ran away. Throat's starting to hurt. So what I'm gonna do is we'll finish this build, and that'll be end of the stream. Not gonna do anything extra. I thought about if we finished early enough that I would switch over to Railroads Online. So I actually got a train up to my gold mine last night. First time any train has been on that track. I was going to show y'all gold mine and stuff, but I don't think my throat's going to handle that. Such a good race car driver watching me build their car. See him right there. This. That's not good if you're praying for rain when you're already drowning. No, my plants need some rain. I'm tired of watering them. Well, you turn that into two different steps. Could have been one step. Well, Snapperoo. Get in there. You want to get your Pokecoin, make sure that you say something in chat every 15 minutes. Those Pokecoins so you can buy more Pokeballs. Oh yeah, Poke Daily. I put Poke Daddy, but I wonder what I get. All right, there's a Spearow in chat for those playing the Pokemon. Effective balls are basic, mock, and feather balls. I got an uncommon reward. I got $238, 2 heal balls, and 2 night balls. Balls. Here we go. A little Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. A one-hit wonder. Highway to the Danger Zone. Interesting. So doesn't quite snap in there, but it does hold it secure. Interesting. And we need number 6. Oh, but how does it go? Can't tell. It looks like it goes that way. Goes like you think it would. There we go. Goes like so. In case you do this build and don't know, that's how the sticker goes. It is very hard to tell on that piece of paper. What on God's green earth are we putting on here now? All right, so we're flipping it up this way. We're putting a whole bunch of these little pieces here. Like 5 of them. I got one in my hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. I used to say this song was on my do not skip list, but then one day Amazon played it like 4 times while I was traveling. I was like, okay, I'm tired of hearing this song now. So now it's on my do not skip unless it's been overplayed. Double Dutch is on my do not skip at all. I love the Double Dutch bus. Oh my God, come on, fat fingers. There we go. There we go. Clips into those 2 wrenches in the back. Really? Now we're going to put the stickers on? Oh, they're on different pieces. Okay, so earlier I was asking why we weren't putting stickers on these pieces here. We usually put stickers on them. Well, apparently we have 2 more, and we're going to put stickers on these. At first I thought it wanted us to now put stickers on them after we'd done put them on the vehicle. And it's like, really? 15 goes on this one. Start again. And by the way, if you're wondering, no, I have not taken the Old West train station and train to my job yet and put it up on the bookshelf in there. Still sitting down there on the bookshelf. Oh, no, no. Much better. There we go. Got the stickers on there. Um, well, I done condensed them into one bucket. I guess not. All right. This one gets number 12, and this one gets number 9. Look at that. That's pretty good. This one was number 12, so it goes, you know. I wonder what was the purpose of not building those two sides symmetrical. Feels like this one here is slightly higher. I wonder if it's because of the horn. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Yeah, with my high school reunion, it was really neat seeing a lot of my old buddies from high school and catching up with them on how their lives are and they've been up to since high school. Learned one of my good buddies from high school recently passed away. He had alcohol issues. Still not exactly sure how how he passed away. They just said that he was having issues with alcohol. Um, and being that I lost my uncle to alcoholism, I kind of have an idea of what happened. Uh oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that I did not realize that these had decals already on them. Pre-printed bricks, whatever you want to call it. I caught a few of my old classmates up on some other friends they hadn't seen or heard from in a while. Like when we were in high school, one of our good friends, he passed away during our senior year. Um, he had an immature heart valve and it was giving him issues. So he went and they put an artificial one in. Well, his body was rejecting the artificial one. And so um, they were doing an experimental research with pig valves because pigs are uh, very similar to humans in the way their hearts are made and everything. Uh, Pokey spawn in, come and get your quick balls ready. Uh, so they did experimental surgery with the pig valve, and it seemed to be working really good. His body was responding really well. He was getting better, and then all of a sudden, like within a matter of 6 hours, he went from being perfectly fine to being in a coma to being gone. Uh, I don't think they ever really got an answer on what went wrong, but that family, uh, after my buddy passed away, like 6 months later, his older brother, who was a lineman for electric company doing the high voltage lines, uh, got electrocuted and uh, died on the job. And then uh, their father passed away like 3 years later from lung cancer, and their mother died like not shortly after that from a broken heart. And so the only person that's left out of his family is his sister, and she's been struggling a lot with you know being the only person around. So, but I've been keeping up with her, keeping in touch and everything. Her oldest daughter's in basic training right now. So for the army at I think Fort Leonard Wood. What's up, Mal? Welcome in, buddy. So I caught some of my classmates up on their life and everything. So it was a good time. After about 2 hours though, I was done. It was too loud, there was too many people. When did you come in, Alex? I didn't see you. Oh, there you are, up there. Hi, Alex. I ain't trying to ignore you. I just didn't see you come in. Okay, so this is supposed to be it's supposed to have a flat like flat edge one way or the other. But no, this is not that. I'm sorry, Alex. How are you doing? Don't hurt me. Welcome in, Book. Right, you ain't got enough coin to see her skin. You visit Dreamlight yet? So very tired. I woke up in the middle of the night last night and it took me about 5 minutes to figure out where I was. That is what I got sucked back into, already on reward level 6. What the what? You mean the 6th tier rewards already? Jesus. No! Yes. Almost to the bonus rewards. Whew. Does that say? I'm not far enough into the game to get that many of the achievements, but I'll get there. Oh, pimp. It didn't like pimp. It says bullying. Didn't realize pimp was bullying. I feel it deep within. Just been, yeah. Feel like a monster. Excuse me. Then the skin. Maybe I should start playing some more Dreamlight Valley. Oh, Halloween Witch Hunt. You're all into that. That explains it. Anything that has to do with Halloween book is on. Like a chicken on a June bug. Actually, yes, I have, Kevin. I've been doing my 5 battles a day to make sure I get the welcome reward and the Johnny bonuses and stuff. In fact, that's what I was doing before I started my stream today. Was I was on World of Warships. I'm not trying to get the dockyard, but uh, I use some of my tokens and stuff to get enough doubloons so I can get the premium unlocks for all the for the event up to like level 20 or whatever. So I get the ship and the captain and all that other fun jazz. And then the rest of my doubloons I use on steel to try and get steel ships. Um, got me and Joe T before I came in here. He's got a Lunchable yogurt and a Dunker. Rice and veggies. He just wanted the carrots from my tea. Yeah, the doubloons and the steel rewards. Yeah, I've missed a couple of days. I haven't been able to get on every single day, but especially like last week when I was at conference, because uh, the Wi-Fi at the hotel was not the greatest for doing battles, but I was able to log in and claim my daily reward. Wow. I got the was it tier 6 Frederick or whatever today from the event pass. I'm on tier 12, I think, right now, the event pass. I got the Deutschland 2 days ago, I think. Hey, Satori, what's going on, man? Not a whole heck of a lot. Got a little upset earlier today with one of the battles. There was me and a cruiser started on the far right side of the map, and so I went up between these islands, and I thought the cruiser was going to go with me. He did not. So the enemy cruiser did come my way, and so it was me and the I want to say it was the Deutschland were battling out. I was in a Farragut and he was in the Deutschland, and we were battling out. I won, but not by much. I was kind of mad though because it took forever to take him out. That cruiser that went with me, we could have taken him out faster, but no, turd. Go ahead and put our driver in here before it gets too cramped for him. You at work, Satori, or are you working later tonight? You're on vacay. Oh, well, it's about time. I was beginning to wonder if you ever take vacation. You always seem to be working. Three times a year? Well, I know you go in the summer for your son and in the winter for your son. But outside of that, it seems like you're always working. Okay, fair enough. Sweet, sweet. That'd be a nice vacay. We got Poke Spawn incoming. Get your quick balls ready. Kind of neato. There's like nothing symmetrical on this car. It's weird. Oh, that. I was wondering what fell off. There we go. I felt something jiggling around. I couldn't figure it out. It was the tail lights and stuff had fallen off. This will definitely not pass the drop test. I'll tell you what. This thing is fragile. I am aware that I am an asshole. All right, the Pokemon is a Riolu, and a Mock Ball is an effective ball for it. For those playing the Pokemon's games. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. I don't watch Pokemon. Case of ADD. Yeah, I called it. Don't ask me what it is or what it does, but I called it. There we go. So, Satori, what are you doing today? Just playing some more Borderlands? a fingerprint off of there so we can put the sticker on. Yeah, most likely. It's not quite straight, but oh well. Number 22. I introduced my son to Ace Combat 04 on the PlayStation 2 Sunday, I think. Dang it, that one's not straight either. Oh well. It was funny because I think he thought that I'm an old geezer and I don't know how to play games, and he was going to school me. It didn't work out that way. It took me a minute to. Borderlands 4 consumes your life. It took me a minute to remember the controls and everything, but I eventually, figured it out. Well, I shouldn't say eventually. I figured it out pretty quick, and I started schooling him pretty good. And then it got to the point where I was like, all right, instead of just sitting here and me killing you over and over, I'll let you get in behind me, and then you try and take me out. And then I was able to show him all the different evasive maneuvers and stuff for missiles and everything. It was good times. I told him I wanted him to get good at it. That way, him and I could um, play a couple of campaigns together. That's what me and my brother used to do. I'd fly one mission, he'd fly the next mission, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's definitely going to pass a drop test because there's several pieces on here that are held on by like one little piece. It's not very structurally sound. I mean, I'm afraid to drop it from just this height. It might actually break. Dang it. At least it stayed on the foot pedals. Which one would think that's not a good thing because the foot pedals are black, the piece is black. But because it was bouncing around, I could see it. Hope I didn't do that right. There we go. See, all a bunch of one little pieces. See, this rotates around. It's only held on by one piece, one little orange piece. Not held on by anything else. Feel so sick now that I've eaten. Oh boy. Brick click snap. Snacky time. Well, thank you, Brick. We'll finish off our beef taco uh, stick from Country Archer Provisions. Mm. Alex, are you feeling sick because you know? Are you feeling sick because I'm sick and it's projecting through the stream? You got the black pearl? Sweet. I would like to get the black pearl as well. I got a couple of bills I got to pay first though. Daggum bills. What is this one? This is 17. Got the Game Boy and Willy Wonka. Nice, nice. We were looking at getting the Game Boy one the other day. It was at Sam's Club. It was like $40 or something like that. Hey, superhero. Felt really sick this morning too. That sucks, Alex. I said I've been sick the last couple of days. All right. That one goes. This one goes. We're finished with the stickers. Game Boy is small, but it's worth the $65. Yeah, it wasn't 65 at Sam's Club. How are you doing, superhero? Welcome in, welcome in. I know I sound like crap. I'm trying to get over a cold. I worked myself ragged last week and ended up catching a cold. Definitely picked up something while you're away. Got a sore throat. And I'm all snotty. Hey, me too. There's that one. Go. I'm waiting for the rent check to come in. Then I can buy the Black Pearl. I thought it was just from shouting and singing at first, but I'm definitely ill. All right, there we go. Got it all complete. Where'd I put the other one? Oh, I left it on my desk. Oh, nope, I stuck it over here. Hang on a second. Get your quick balls ready. Pokemon coming in. There's those two. We did this one 2 weeks ago, and it took the full 3 hours to build. I was quite amazed that it took so long. These two came in this box set here. And the only reason I didn't do this one last week, of course, is because I was at conference for my job. Fantasy ball and magnet balls will get you a Tinka Tank or Tinka Tink. My bad. All right, it says ads will be starting, but I'm still not 100%, so be looking to raid out soon. So I'll be snoozing ads. We ain't gotta worry about ads. I was gonna keep going for another hour. Excuse me. I was gonna keep going for another hour, but my voice and my throat are not wanting to cooperate. So we're ending an hour earlier than what I would like to. But it is what it is. At least I was able to get to stream today and see all y'all, hang out with all y'all, finish up this build, get to chit chat with y'all a little bit. See how everybody's been. Sorry, got to get them straight. Yeah, I got to take care of me. So let's see who we have available to raid out to. See if anybody's in the makers and crafters. Well, not makers and crafters. You. The Lego builders. What we have in here. Got a bunch of people, different languages. We got Game Boy building. We got Rivendell building. Check out this guy real quick. Mac Builds is in here. We'll raid into this guy. Check him out. He's building Rivendell. I think it's from Lord of the Rings. So and Mac Builds is in here, so Mac Builds is in here. I trust him. It helps if I put the command in first. Oh my gosh, come on. Why is this not working? There we go. All right, there's the two raid messages, one for the subs, one for the followers. We'll raid over to, it says invalid name. Did I spell it wrong? Try that again. That was weird. Interesting. Okay. That's the exact same that I typed, but whatever. All right. We'll go to our stream ending screen. This way everybody can see. I try to stream every Monday, depending upon work schedule, of course, starting at noon Central. Usually try to go to at least 3. Sometimes we go longer. Unfortunately, days like today, we go shorter. But I want to make sure we say our thank yous. So, thank you to Book Loving Builder and Rosie for the Tier 1 subs of 22 and 25 months. Much appreciated. After our last stream, One Sick Puppy followed, so thank you to One Sick Puppy for the follow. And then thank you to Devin for all the snack times and the hydrates, the community Lego builds, and Brick Click Snap for the snacky time as well.